Good evening. My name is Joy Curry, and I'm the founder and the executive director of the Corral Riding Academy. Y'all, Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope that in this moment that you're settled down with a cup of cider or some eggnog, and perhaps you're sitting in front of a fire. And if you're not, I'd ask you to just imagine that, because tonight is our first ever night of stories. We are so excited to have you all here. There are over 250 people here tonight, tuning in to amplify our girls' voices. What an incredible testimony to their words. You are the Corral community. You are here and you show up over and over and over again for our girls. You are the village that is part of raising these girls. Thank you. We cannot wait for you to hear our girls' stories tonight. But before we do, I would like to share with you a little bit about the backstory of how tonight came to be. This summer, after canceling our largest fundraiser of the year, we knew we would need to come up with a new virtual way of inviting and involving you all in our mission. But we weren't quite sure how to invite folks when we couldn't physically invite you to our farm. So we asked the girls. We invited them to a brainstorming session and we said, girls, what do you want people to know about you? If you could tell people anything, what would it be? The answers overflowed. They said so much that afternoon. But what we heard over and over again is that no one listens to us. No one hears us. And so we knew that it was our responsibility to amplify their voices. But amplification takes more than one. It takes many, if you will. A community, perhaps. And so with this in mind, we reached out to our community partner, our board member, Crystal Lee, who through her work at the Literacy Community Initiative has spent the last 2 years helping our girls share their stories through a student-published book. Crystal has helped us craft an evening where the girls will share their stories and writing and ultimately amplify their voices. I'd like to introduce Dr. Lee so she can tell you more about this project and why it's so important to share stories in writing. Come on up, Dr. Lee.
Thank you so much, Joy. Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be sharing the Night of Stories with you today. My name is Dr. Crystal Chen Lee, and I'm a board member of Corral. I'm also an assistant professor of English education at North Carolina State University, and I'm the founding director of the Literacy and Community Initiative, the project that began the writing behind tonight's Night of Stories. Today's main highlight are the girls' voices, but before we begin, I want to briefly discuss the importance of writing and storytelling, and tell you the journey of how the girls' stories came to be with the Literacy and Community Initiative, or LCI. LCI is a collaboration between the NC State College of Education and the Friday Institute of Educational Innovation. We partner with community-based organizations to examine and empower youth voices. LCI works primarily with organizations who serve historically and currently underserved students, and our mission is to amplify student voices through student publications, advocacy, and leadership. LCI currently partners with 3 community partners that work with youth in North Carolina. In addition to Corral, we also partner with Juntos NC in Wake County, which works with Latinx students and families, Bull City Youth Build in Durham, which works with students who have not finished high school, and we work with them to get their GED and job training skills. Our students have published over 235 writing projects and 6 student-authored books. Our project implements a framework called Write, Engage, and Lead. We examine how student writing in community spaces can lead to increased advocacy, leadership, and ultimately increased educational equity. So we partner with Corral because we believe that the girls at Corral have powerful stories to teach our community. We believe that literacy is empowering, particularly for those who have been underserved due to systemic inequities, and community spaces like Chorale offer safe and communal spaces for students to explore their lived realities and experiences. You will be able to hear some of these tonight. So through a 14-week writing curriculum that explored questions of self, community, and world, the girls published A Leg Up, available on Amazon, and currently are publishing their new book this year. You'll get a glimpse of both today. But due to COVID-19, we have now had to reimagine our writing instruction to offer remote teaching and learning through writing lessons and sessions. The Chorale girls are the first ones to have experienced this and have been absolutely resilient and incredible. So now I'd like to speak to the girls today. Girls, your writing is so powerful and beautiful that policymakers, professors, and community leaders who have read your work have expressed how touched they were and inspired by you. You have flipped the narrative of leadership and have taught people that youth can lead. I also want to commend you for your perseverance and strength during the devastation of the coronavirus pandemic. You have been our first cohort to try to publish our new book through remote learning and teaching. You are trailblazers forging into a new path that no one has ever done before. We look forward to learning from you tonight. And now to our audience members. Thank you for joining us tonight. At the end of the night, there's a short 3-minute questionnaire that asks you to respond to this girl's writing. In addition to sharing their stories, we are also researching how writing influences the girls in their community. Your input will be so important to inform community-based practices like the one you will witness tonight. The girls would also love to hear from you. We must remember that our youth have the capacity to write, engage, and lead us. So therefore, as you listen tonight, I, as a friend, a board member, and an educator, invite you to listen with a learning and listening ear. Our youth have much to tell us, much to teach us, and much to lead us with. What can you learn from our stories tonight? So I invite you to listen to the girls' stories and their experiences, and I'd like to invite Joy back up to the podium.
Dr. Lee, thank you. We're so grateful that LCI chose to partner with Chorale, and we're excited to see what the girls produce this year. LCI is one of Chorale's community partners, but there are several others as well that are making tonight possible. I want to give a huge thanks to our businesses who are financially sponsoring this evening. Consult Webs, The Butcher's Market, Pierce Group Benefits, RTI International, Carrie Kiesler's Smithfield and Barbecue are just some of the folks that are making tonight happen. We're also incredibly grateful to Restore Pro, the For Others Foundation, and our anonymous donors who are matching giving tonight. So tonight we're going to hear some stories from our LCI published book, A Leg Up, as well as some others that have been developed for the next book, which will be published in 2021. But tonight's going to be a little bit different than a typical book reading. Tonight's a sharing of stories. Stories of devastating pain, moments that changed lives, people who've altered trajectories, and overall, it's a testimony to the redemption that we see take place every single day at Chorale. All of this from a group of teens, teen women, that have more resilience in their pinky finger than I do in my whole body. Our first group of speakers is from our Kildare campus, which is our original location. We will also get to hear from their families, because as I mentioned, Chorale is a community effort, and parents and families are part of the team. After 4 readings from our Kildare girls, we'll then hear from one of our Neuse River girls. From our newest location, our Neuse River location, opened by Lauren Clements in 2019. We'll then close out these readings with a Q&A so the authors can get some questions, and perhaps you can chat with them. So feel free to drop a question in the chat along the way. We'll be monitoring the chat throughout the evening, and that Q&A will take place near the culmination of the program. And when we finish tonight, we'll be finishing with a very special reading from one of our seniors. and then a closing from our board chair, Milo Hasso. The full agenda for the hour is now in your chat, and perhaps you received it this week over email as well. But I want to stop and pause on a very important role that you as the viewer play this evening. Your arrival tonight is the vehicle by which our girls' voices can be heard. Your listener role is an essential part of our girls' healing. You have a role in their healing. You see, at Chorale, we have seen over and over that healing starts when one is willing to share their story. We encourage the sharing, and tonight we will all bear witness to the stories our girls share. Consider the bravery it takes to be so vulnerable and authentic in front of so many people. So please, whatever you're doing, I'm humbly asking you to give these brave girls the attention that they deserve and assume your essential role as listener. Close out your other tabs, take a deep breath, lift your focus to the screen, have a seat if you can, and give these beautiful voices made in the image of God your attention. With this, let's dive in and as a community amplify their voices. Our very first speaker was actually our biggest inspiration for this campaign. She was the one who helped us see that the girls needed a platform to amplify our voices. In her 3rd year at Chorale, she has learned to respectfully advocate for herself and make her needs known. And thus, due to her inspiration, we're all here tonight. So without further ado, I will give Nia the mic and let her words speak for themselves. Welcome, Nia. Come on up and read your story.
Hey y'all. Hi everyone, I'm Nia and this is my I Am poem. I am curious. I wonder what my birth parents are like. I see a chaotic world. I want things to be normal. I am loud. I pretend I'm okay but I'm not. I feel like I was a mistake. I worry my birth family may not even want to meet me. I cry because sometimes things get overwhelming. I am secretly tenderhearted. I understand life is not perfect. I say give people a chance. I dream of having a relationship with my birth family. I am hopeful. I try not to think about it too much. I hope my parents know I have enough love for everybody. I am Nia. I wanted to say this because I need to say how I feel. I tend to keep my emotions in and then explode. I've learned not to keep things in because keeping them in is just not healthy. Up next is my co-author, River.
Great job.
Hi, I'm River. I wrote this love letter to myself and it's called You're Not Crazy, The World Is. Hey pretty, I know life is super hard right now, but you're a strong woman. You've dealt with so much and all you do is push through. Even when you've been beaten down, you just find a way to pick yourself back up. I believe in you even when nobody else does. The only way to keep going is to take this pain one day at a time. We will get through this. It won't be like this forever. One day you'll be a successful cosmetologist and live in your own house with your family. Just keep pushing. I know you can and the whole world knows you can. All the work you have done to get here will go to waste if you give up, so don't. You deserve love and you deserve life. So live yours to the fullest. I love you. Sincerely, yourself. I wrote this because most teens, especially girls, need to be reminded that they can do whatever they set their minds to. Growing up, I lost most of my confidence, so now, as I'm trying to find myself again, I try to tell myself that I am loved and I deserve the world. Next, I'd like to present my co-author, Rochelle.
Hi, my name is Rochelle, and my essay is called The Journey. I wrote this piece because growing up without a voice was really hard to communicate with other people. So I went to this program called Corral. They really helped me to use my voice and to find myself. They helped me by working with me and teaching me coping skills. The journey. Every journey has a beginning. This is mine. I was a child that grew up with her biological family, but a young girl that got a second chance in life with a new family. Life has taught me that I'm not always in control, and that life is full of experience, lessons, pain, and joy. My life experience have helped me be independent, strong, and build new healthy relationships. My experience have made me who I am inside. With every storm comes a clear sky. I have learned to accept my past, and I'm still creating my journey into the future. I'm hoping that the future will look like going to college and having a job, and someday I want to have a family. I hope in the future that I become a young woman with a voice and that has a lot of confidence in herself, and that will continue following Christ. It is important to have my voice to be heard because there are millions of young teenage girls that are still hiding their voice from the world. And growing up, I hid my voice away from my parents and other people around me. It was hard because they didn't know how I felt or what was going on inside of me. Now I'm able to use my voice around my parents and other people. My co-author DJ will present her poem next.
Hi everyone, my name is DJ and my piece is called My Hero Story. Who defines a hero? A dictionary? A person who is admired, idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, has noble qualities. A writer? Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. A newspaper? Man saves child from fire. But to truly know what a hero is, you must know what a villain is. But who defines a villain? The police? Society? The rich? The poor? The world isn't black and white. It's hot pink and dark gray. It's neon orange and mellow green. People are unique animals that scavenge for survival in different ways. We love differently, feel differently, and look differently. So how can you put something so different in two categories? We call these two groups many names. Wrong, right, protagonist, antagonist, them, us, the good, the bad, the predator, the prey, the villain, and the hero. We see it in movies, politics, groups, even social classes. Can anyone be a true hero or a true villain? I've done countless things people would define as wrong. I've stolen to feed my family and slept in class to stay up all night to take care of my baby sister. If stealing is wrong, is starving right? If grades are right, is my family wrong? My view of the world is so bright, but there are such dark spots because of where I've been and what I've seen. I truly believe that life is not black and white. This program is important to me because I can express myself without judgment and know that people will listen to me. My hero story is probably very different from ones you usually hear. A hero to me is someone who is willing to go the extra mile to help you. A hero is not always good, but they do have a good heart. I want my adoptive parents to come up here with me because they're going to speak next.
Amanda, you are my hero. Ross, you are my hero.
Good evening. I'm Amanda Sinotis, DJ's super fortunate mother. This is my husband, Ross. DJ is our hero, even if she is sometimes our antagonist in our story. And we are fortunate that we get to be part of her story. Despite all of her trials and all that she's gone through in her life, Corral has helped her to become the person she is today, to become our brilliant and beautiful girl. She pushes herself to succeed academically, emotionally, and mentally. Her background is not her future. It was an opportunity to build on, and she is fortunate to have Corral to thank for that strong foundation. This organization and so many people choose to walk alongside her through this journey, committing to her, loving her, and supporting her. We chose that commitment, and we're thankful to all of those who choose to support our youth by choosing to support Corral.
DJ has so much to offer the world. She is brilliant and has an intuitive understanding of how people's minds and emotions work. She can see what we don't, and she will let us know. She is worthy of our attention, even when she doesn't want it. We love you, DJ.
And now we welcome Miss Joy back. Wow. Girls, Sonoda's family, Ross, Amanda, we're so grateful for all of you. We cannot thank you enough for the bravery that you all have shared tonight. We're so grateful for Ross and Amanda because they are part of DJ's team tonight and really every day. It's important for each one of our girls to have a community around them, and we've learned just how crucial that is as we've navigated COVID this year. A struggling family has meant a suffering child. As we've witnessed the hardships that our families have experienced and this impact on our girls, we've actually expanded our strategic focus from the individual girls to the families and the communities that are supporting them. Using this systems approach, girls can have the physical and emotional capacity to do the hard work of healing while they're here at the farm. And we know that might sound a little bit crazy, that in the midst of a global pandemic, we've expanded our focus, but we know the impacts of COVID won't just vanish with the vaccine. We started this year in the red because we're putting more resources into our girls than ever. This year, for example, we started our own homeschool pods so that the girls would have a safe, structured place to access their education. While they're girls, many of them who are frontline workers or single parents, while they're at work, they know their children will have a place to access their education. We've had to figure out how Corral would continue to provide an opportunity for a bright future, even as this mission has become more challenging. And in the midst of all this, we launched our first satellite at our Neuse River campus. We opened our Neuse River campus just over a year ago, and we never imagined at that time that 9 of the first 12 months would be during a global pandemic. Still, our staff from Neuse River have been working so hard this year, and we're really proud of what they've managed to do despite such a hectic year. The resiliency the girls there have demonstrated is unfathomable. I'd like to invite one of those girls, Saray, up to read her story. Saray actually joined the Riding Academy a week after the pandemic began. Her experience certainly has not been typical, but she has stuck with it even as the pandemic and the program have adapted. I'd like to welcome Saray up here. Come on up, Saray.
Hi, my name is Saray, and I wrote this piece of flash fiction about my life. Childhood events. In second grade, I moved away from my family and moved to a different school. The school was hours away from where I was from. I had to start over. It was scary to make this change with me and my siblings. Different school meant different friends. I had my sister at my school. When I got used to living there, I made friends. I had to move back. I had to restart all over again because my grandma got sick. I was happy to see my family, but frustrated to have to start over. How would you feel having to start over multiple times? Drama incident. In third grade, I had a best friend. We were really close. We were always giggling and could always touch each other when we needed each other. we could talk. I felt happy having someone to count on at school other than my friend. One day we got in a big argument. I forgot the reason at this point, but she started hanging around with other people. I also hung around with other people, but still included her. We got split up in different classes. She didn't want my friend to hang with me. I was in the bathroom one day and she came and she was aggressive by getting in my face in a fight. We didn't because the teachers found us. Going forward, when she would see me in the hallways, she would make comments and try to start something. It got to the point when the teachers wouldn't let us be together. We saw each other outside of school one day with their teacher. We was all going to church. We were able to talk and we saw her. I felt confused because she was telling other people what to do. It was aggravating trying to stop the drama when she wanted it to keep going. Have you ever had such a big argument with your best friend and changed the whole relationship?
Thank you so much, Saray. I'm so proud of your bravery. I can't imagine being able to do that at your age, especially given your short amount of time here at Corral. Saray's work will be published this year in 2021 in our LCI book. So next up, we actually have a Q&A with audience participation. So I've prepared a few questions for the girls that they're ready for. But if you have any questions for our authors, we'll start taking them in the chat and we'll be asking them as we go along. So please ask our young authors about their writing experience. And after one of the questions, after all of the questions rather, we'll have a very special young woman come and join us for our last piece. So ladies, I've got a couple questions for you. So the first one is for Evie. Evie, why do you think it's important for people to listen to youth?
I think it's important for the people to listen to the youth because we are from a different generation. We have had different experiences and we have different perspectives, and we're growing up in a society where there's right and wrong, and when we come to talk to you, it's really such a big deal because they minimalize so much mental health and so many things in today's society and in today's world. So when we come talk to you, please open up.
Thank you. Wow, what a powerful answer. My next question is for River. River, what is one thing you would like to share about being a girl at Corral? Come on up and share.
One thing I would like to share about being a girl at Corral is we put in a lot of work. We deal with a lot of stress, and we wouldn't be able to get through the day without each other. We are a family. I've only been here for a little bit, but I trust these people with my life.
Thank you. And when she says they work really hard, she is not kidding. They arrive here in the mornings between 6:45 and 7, and they're here till after 5 o'clock. And every single minute of their day is scheduled out so they can maximize their time on task. So Nia, you have a question. What would you like your community to know about girls? Come on up.
That we've all been through stuff and we shouldn't be judged for our past.
All right. I've got a few more questions. Okay, so a question from the audience. How does caring for animals help you all? Anybody willing to answer that? Evie, come on up and answer that.
Okay, I've learned that caring for the animals, it really helps, like, you get out your energy and like express yourself in a way you couldn't, like you didn't think you could, because like the horses, because we work with horses, they can feel your emotions and they will tell you, like they will show you how you are feeling, if that makes sense. And they will, if you're upset, they will be upset too. They won't do anything. If you have high energy, they will have high energy and be playful with you. And so it's just a good learning experience because like they will match your energy and match your attitude.
Awesome, and that is absolutely accurate. Our horses have a lot of ranges of emotions. All right, so my next question is again from our audience. What can the older generations do to make you feel more welcome in our spaces? Who would like to answer that? Evie, you're knocking it out of the park. Come on up.
Okay, so the older generation, just to be able to listen to us, because I think that's all we really want, is just someone to listen and have open ears. Sometimes we don't want our problems to be solved, and we just want ears. Like, we just want someone to talk to, and so we can rant and just let it all out. Because like someone solving our problems, we can go and get that like ourselves and like ask for advice. But when we don't ask for the advice, it's good for you to just listen to us and hear us. And then if we ask for a change, and like then you help us make that change.
Wow. Well, hopefully tonight is the first step we're taking in listening to you all. Our next question is, what do you enjoy most about Corral? And I know it's not me singing to you at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, not that. I like that we could work with the horses, and well, I try to sleep during school, but it doesn't work. But you know, I like doing my homework because I'm gonna get into NYU.
Nia and many of the girls have pretty amazing aspirations for school. Let's see, I've got a few more questions. All right, what does it feel like tonight to have hundreds of people listening to your stories? Come on up, DJ, tell us.
Nerve-wracking, terrifying, yeah, but empowering, scary, but feels good to know that people are like listening and that they're there, that they actually care. But you know, crowd wouldn't be a thing if people didn't care. So, thanks.
Thank you. All right, my next question. Which horse is the most special to you and why? River, come on up and tell us.
The horse that's most special to me is Alchemy. He's a pony, one of the only ponies on the farm. He is just like me. He's hard on the outside but soft on the inside, and you have to really spend time with him to get him to trust you and know that he can be right there with you and you won't hurt him. So just having his trust and his emotional support is really important.
Alchemy is truly an amazing little pony. All right. So my next question, what does it mean to you personally to be heard? Rochelle?
For me was that I get to like share how I feel toward other people, and knowing that they're able to listen to me and know that how much I've been through is important to me. So yeah.
Wow, very cool. Thank you. Okay, my next question is actually for Saray. Saray, have you ever thought about turning your story into a play for the Corral Girls?
I have not, but that do sound interesting.
I think it'd be pretty amazing. I think we should shoot for that through LCI. All right, couple more questions. What do you want to do when you grow up? Woo! Come on up, Nia. You're fighting for that one.
I want to be a lawyer because I'm kind of good at getting my way.
She would be a very excellent lawyer, I'm pretty sure. Her family would agree. All right, in what ways did writing the book impact you? DJ's coming up to answer that one.
I've always really liked writing. LCI like helped me like get better at it. My like not so far from now hope is to write a book about foster care and all the ups and downs. So this is like really helpful to me to like know the writing process and like what it takes. But it's definitely better with like LCI and Corral to like help me. So.
Cool. Thank you. So if for those of you who don't know, part of what we're doing during the writing process is actually pairing the girls up with their therapists to work through some of their stories as well. All right, a couple more questions. What are 3 words you would use to describe the writing process? Come on up, River.
3 words I would use to describe my writing process is freeing, fun, and relieving. I picked those words because writing just helps me express my emotions without feeling judged by anyone.
Ooh, that's exciting. All right. Let's see, it looks like we've got another question from the audience. How long, ladies, did it take you to write your piece? And how many times did you practice it for tonight? Ooh, there's a lot of varying answers in this one. Evie's coming up.
Okay, so to write my piece, well, it's a combination of pieces. We get a different journal prompt like each week. So I finished mine already, so I'm kind of ahead of the game. But I like writing, so I like tend to do it more like and quicker. But tonight I read my thing several times to myself because I'm so nervous. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty nervous. But Evie, I can't wait for your reading. All right. Will you be writing more? Ooh, competition for this one. Come on up, DJ. Why don't you answer that question?
Yes, hopefully. That's kind of my dream. So I have a specific, other than LCI, I have a very specific, I guess, book that I want to write. So I went into the foster care system when I was in like 6th grade. I'm in 10th grade now. And I've like been in a lot of homes and like seen a lot of different people. And I want to create a book that's not like a how-to guide, but like this is my voice and this is the voice of other people my age or older, people who have grown out of the foster system, guardian ad litem, social workers, judges who have met with kids. I want everybody's voices to like be heard and published, hopefully.
Woo! I'm dying to read that one. Can't publish it quick enough. I think River also is able to answer this question, wants to. Will you be writing more?
Yes, I will be writing more. My journey is very unique. Everybody's journey is unique, and I feel like, just like DJ said, everybody should be heard. So writing is a way that you can be heard, especially when you have an amazing team like Chorale to help you get your voice out.
Awesome. It's really cool for me to hear them answer these questions, because even though I observe them writing every day, I truly had no idea how impactful this process was for them. So I'm going to invite our last speaker up. You've met Evie now. I'm so excited for her to come up and share her piece. Evie's been working so hard over the past couple of years, harder than anyone her age should have to. Since we've known Evie, her goal has been to graduate high school and go to college. And our mission is to equip girls like Evie through our long-term holistic program to prepare her with resources and skills and opportunities so that she can gain access to a bright future. Evie has applied to 11 colleges. So far, she's been accepted into 5 of those. She's been awarded over $90,000 in scholarships. I would absolutely say she is gaining access to a very bright future. Evie, we're so proud of you, and I'm honored to introduce you. So please come on up and share your piece.
Hi, my name is Evie Bagley, and this is a blackout poem I wrote called Abused and Neglected. My father raised me to accept abuse from men, give permission to other men to do that to his daughters. I'm here to stand up to say that is not acceptable. Do not apologize, not to move on. It happens every day, hurting women. I wrote this poem because my father was not the best man. He would hurt his wife and kids, and him doing that made my sisters and I grow up to believe that what guys did and wanted from us was okay. That what we wanted did not matter, and that our main job was to make sure that the guys felt good. But that is not okay. Women are people and not items. I finally learned that once I stopped thinking that men were in charge, I could do anything I wanted. That included going to college. Chorale is the reason I got a second chance. They supported and assisted me in getting my grades up and keeping them up. They helped me in my journey into getting into college. I'm happy to say that thanks to them, I got into Fayetteville State University and will be majoring in criminology. Now I'm excited about the future because I actually have one, and now I can see myself doing things I never thought I could.
Thank you so much, Evie.
Thank you.
Wow. I have no words. Wow. Evie, thank you for your authenticity. Thank you for your bravery. I'm out of words. You've worked really hard this year, Evie, not just on your grades and going to college, but also on your emotional health and growth in relationships. And Evie, I know you're going to have a tremendous success next year at Fayetteville State. I've seen what you're capable of. You're an amazing woman. Thank you for sharing. So as we come to close out our first ever Night of Stories, I'm grateful for our community of supporters who've taken this moment to listen and to participate in this healing process, to provide a platform to amplify our girls' voices. I'm deeply proud of them, of their courage, of their leadership. Our young authors have demonstrated here tonight. And also, of course, the bravery that they're currently demonstrating in the pages of their book that they've written and that they're publishing. So as we close out tonight, I'm going to invite our board chair, Milo Hasso, to close out the evening and provide the audience the next steps on how to collectively amplify our girls' voices. Milo has been serving on our board for 6 years, and he's been chairing our board for the last 18 months. I'm really grateful for his leadership of the board and for his partnership. So thank you, Milo, for your unending commitment to the bright futures of the young women of Chorale.
First, I just want to say something to the girls. Thank you for your bravery, thank you for your boldness, and more importantly, thank you for your story. I'm so excited to know that those stories today are the start of a really long book. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for you, because I know that the story is only beginning. So thank you so much. 2020 has been such an incredibly trying and difficult year for us, as it has been for probably everyone on the call today. But I think we've reflected and we've learned so much over the course of the year. We've learned that the work that we are doing really, really matters. And we've also really learned that the work that we're doing is hard, and we know that we need to do more. So we started this year with increased services, despite being in a financial deficit and knowing that giving was going to be slower. We knew that our community needed us. And so we stepped out in faith. We stepped out with boldness, and we stepped out with courage because we knew that there was a need. We asked that you would join us in that. The need is great, and the work that we're doing is even greater. We're going to continue to provide structures and systems that give voice, that give access to these young women. And we are committed to the mission and the vision that we are going to provide access to a bright future. So would you join us in that? We're not slowing down. This year has been awful. None of us are exempt from that. But we're doing what we need to do. And so our goal is to raise $319,771 by December 31st. This money will continue to allow us to provide space and structures for our girls, to give them access to education, to therapeutic services, and to provide them a setting where they are heard, loved, and felt cared for. We're really excited by the community that's around us that is helping to amplify their voices. Your gifts today will be amplified by our community partners' generosity. From 3 anonymous donors, various community partners, the For Others Foundation, Restore Pro. I can say proudly today that all gifts will be matched up to $62,500. So that is a great start for us for this campaign. And so we would ask that you would join. There's lots of ways that you can give today. You can start by going to choralwriting.org. For those that are joining live, there's a direct link that should be coming into the chat that you can click that will take you directly to our donations page. Those that registered in advance should have received an email. You can send checks through the mail, or whatever is the easiest way for you to give. If you've never given to Chorale, would you consider making a first-time gift in whatever capacity you can? There's no gift too small, and everything would help us to navigate the rest of the school year for our girls. If you're one of our stalwart champions, one of our community partners, and you've given to Chorale in the past, will you take the minute to consider increasing your gift this year? Because your gift is going to go a long way to serve the girls, their families, and the communities around them. All told, we're hoping to serve over 70 girls this year, to provide them, again, a chance for the support and love that we know that Chorale can do uniquely. Despite difficult circumstances, we are so excited about the work that we're doing. We can't do this work without you, without the community that's around us. Again, we're so grateful to those partners, for the For Others Foundation, Restore Pro, to the anonymous donors that are here, to you for even just listening. You just listening today provides voice to story, and we're so excited about that. Again, there's so many ways for you to connect with us, to be able to give. Again, visiting our website, clicking on the direct link in the chat, going to the email where we've sent to registered guests, sending us a check in the mail. And remember, tonight your impact is going to be double, up to $62,500. And tonight is just one night. So if you're not prepared to give a gift tonight, we are in a campaign through the end of the year. So our goal is to raise the $319,771 by December 31st. We're so grateful for your willingness to join us in this work, for being part of a greater story, a story of redemption, a story of reconciliation, and a story of hope. In the midst of this Advent season, I think we all need a reminder of hope, of peace and joy that comes. And we're just so thankful that we get to step into this work, motivated by the faith that we have, motivated by a hope and a calling that gives us courage to go forward. And so as we go to close tonight, I just simply want to say a blessing of prayer over the community, over the girls that we have specifically. So will you please join me in prayer? Father God, we just thank you so much, Father, for the great story that you're writing. A story of God that is full of hope. One that is full, Lord, of joy. Lord, to know that all broken things can be changed, can be transformed. And one day, Father, all our hope will be fulfilled. Lord, I pray for these young women that are here today, Lord, that their stories may just be continued to be amplified, that their stories may just be one of flourishing. And I not only pray for the girls that are here today, Father, but I pray for every young woman that is going to come through the doors of Corral's campuses today and in the future. Thank you for the community of people that are walking alongside us, that have decided to step into the stories, to be characters, Lord, characters that are for our young women. Thank you for the work that we get to do. Thank you for the calling that we have in you. And thank you for the hope that we have. Amen.
Amen.
Again, thank you so much. We're so excited. This has been an incredible night. And just want to thank you again. Thank you for helping us to amplify voices.